Top of the morning to ya, Earthlings, and welcome to your weekly dose of newsy infotainment. It's a very happy St. Patrick's Day edition of Let's Be Treasonable, and really the last time we'll be talking about that holiday during the show, probably. But we are coming to you from the luxurious studios of Radio Titans in Los Angeles, as always, with your cognitive dissidents on the panel this week. It is an original recipe episode. Back in the studio with us, comedian, actor, and juggler of words and objects, Mr. Jim Coughlin.
Hello.
Hey, welcome to the show, Jim. And also back with us, playwright, author, artist, and feminist, Erika Schickel.
Hi, everybody. Good to be back and more agog than ever.
There's a lot of gogging to be done.
Gogging on it.
And, of course, as always, comedian, scholar, and the black voice of reason, Mr. Tymon, Shipp.
Power to the people. We are here again with our great group. It's going to be a heck of a show.
Yeah, it's like a family reunion.
To be back,
it's like great to have everyone back in the studio.
And what a day for it.
It truly is. We will be talking about all kinds of things from Andrew McCabe to Stormy Daniels to Don Jr. and all kinds of things. But first, we are joined via the magic of telephony and pre-recorded sound by our invisible fifth panelist, Mr. Will Durst, with this week's Burst of Durst.
Hey guys, Will Durst here with a few choice words about March Madness. Normally, it's a phrase associated with the wacky, zany antics surrounding the NCAA college basketball tournament. But this year, it doubles as a description of the equally nutty, loony goings-on around the White House. The month of March proverbially comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. But this big cat seems to have settled in and might require an extra-large litter box. In just the first 2 weeks, Donald Trump has demonstrated all the dignity and grace of a drunken mountain lion with irritable bowel syndrome. He stunned his own staff by announcing a surprise summit with former arch-nemesis Kim Jong-un. Wouldn't be surprised to hear him refer to it as the Short Fat Summit. During a futile campaign rally, he called African-American Congresswoman Maxine Waters a low-IQ individual. And MSNBC anchor Chuck Todd a sleepy son of a bitch, putting him in the lead for a repeat win as Lout of the Year. Then he mocked the Canadian Prime Minister by bragging he had made stuff up at one of their meetings, making one think that the next meeting might be a little less cordial. At least 5 staffers were asked to leave the Oval Office, and he fired his Secretary of State in a tweet, and is preparing to get rid of his second National Security Advisor. You may remember the first National Security Advisor pled guilty to lying to the FBI. And that might be part of the problem. It was revealed on the Ides of March that the special counsel subpoenaed documents relating to the Trump crime family's business interests in Russia. Et tu, Mueller? And the scariest part is we've gotten used to this sort of thing. Nobody's overly excited because we already survived January madness and February madness, and you wouldn't go wrong betting that April madness is poised to smack us upside the head next. For Let's Be Treasonable, I'm Will Durst.
Thank you very much, Will. And just a note, because we are going to be talking about Andrew McCabe in a moment, but Will records these for us, and he sent this to me before the whole story broke with Andrew McCabe. But one thing I think is particularly interesting and has the local angle to it for us folks here in Los Angeles, Trump at his Nazi rally for Rick Saccone in Pennsylvania did call Maxine Waters a low I, pause for spelling, Q individual. And I saw in the news this morning that the gentleman who is running, the Republican, I shouldn't say gentleman, who's running against Maxine Waters had his own campaign rally, and who was speaking for him but the disgraced former national security advisor, Michael Flynn. Yes. So good for you. Get the Russian spy out there for you. That just bleeds America.
It's their level of being able to enforce double standards is like nothing I've ever seen. It's just It's
I'm really
shocking
hoping,
that it, no longer shocks.
And again, this is maybe a little local for some of our listener, but living in Los Angeles, we are surrounded by theme parks, and every year around Halloween, Universal has Universal Horror Nights. Knott's does Knott's Scary Farm. Disney ruins the haunted
whatever
house with the
bullshit they
Christmas
do.
crap.
Yes.
But at Universal and Knott's Berry Farm, they do different haunted house kind of mazes, with jump scares and things. And fuck, I really hope one of the theme parks has the balls to go political and do like the haunted White House
Wouldn't
maze.
that be great?
Where Mueller's jumping out at you with subpoenas and
Yeah.
Steve Bannon.
I wouldn't look
just
to
jumps
Knott's
out
Berry
being
Farms
Steve
for
Bannon.
that one.
Oh yeah, I would totally go. That's so. It was rumored earlier in the week that it was going to happen, and yesterday, Jeff Sessions, the little troll of the Department of Justice, announced that Deputy FBI Director Andrew McCabe would be fired 2 days before he was retiring, and he would be eligible for his pension.
Wait, but I'm sorry. I thought isn't Jeff Sessions the one who's recused?
Well, yeah, he's recused from all Russia investigation-related stuff, but even though McCabe is being fired over Russia-related stuff and Comey and the independent independent counsel investigation, they're saying that he's being fired for obstructing an investigation into leaks to a reporter, which were actually made with the permission of FBI counsel and their Office of Media Affairs. A leak. It's called a press release, and also with Hillary-related stuff. That's ostensibly why he's being fired.
Well, it might be that he's fired because they claim he kept memos of his interactions with Trump.
Yeah. Oh no, that's definitely
that's not fireable. Yeah.
No.
This is this. If you read his statement,
Right.
That McCabe released, for any other administration, it would be stunning. When I was getting ready to come out to the studio this morning, I was thinking about it, like, of all the awful things the Republicans have done, and the list is legion. One of the things that I just find, most personally upsetting is they are making me and degenerates like me defend the FBI and stand up for law enforcement.
Yeah.
What
Jim.
the fuck is up with that?
Oh yeah, I have a little breaking news here. Because, part of the thing is they want to fire him to take away his pension, punish him.
Right.
And Andrea Mitchell, I
saw this tweet.
Yeah, she tweeted, one suggestion from a McCabe supporter, if a friendly member of Congress hired him for a week, he could possibly qualify. And then Representative Mark Pocan said, Andrew, call me. I could use a good 2-day report on the biggest crime families in Washington, D.C.
No, and where's the representative
smashing.
from? Like, we should give him a full-on shout out.
Yeah, it's Mark Pocan. Let's see what he says here. He's Wisconsin's 2nd District.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Even better. We're turning Wisconsin. This is beautiful.
I just love how people are just fucking going rogue like crazy.
Even all these retired news people, like Andrea Mitchell.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, she's not retired. She was on Meet the Press
she's
last week.
fully
She's still
on the beat. But
Yeah.
now she's been covering Rex on Tillerson for the last year and a half.
But it seemed like that would be a tweet that's clearly supportive of one side, right? Wouldn't you say?
Well, the American side.
That's right.
Yes.
I mean, that's right. But I'm just saying. Well, okay, the other retirees let's see.
Tom Brokaw is effectively retired.
Dan Rather, all of them have tweeted many things attacking the Trump administration, which it totally deserves. But I'm just saying, it didn't happen.
Well, and the retirees.
You know what? I mean, yes, we used to have expectations of not being partisan from our journalists. Obviously, that day and age has passed. But I think rather than looking at what they're doing as being partisan, I see it, and believe me, I'm a dropout of the journalism school at the University of Missouri, one of the best journalism schools to drop out of in America. I see it as them fulfilling the media's duty as the watchdog for America. The fourth estate.
Yeah.
As they are commonly referred to.
It's, thank God, it's, basically the FBI and the news that's keeping us at all in front of this thing, from just being disparaged by it.
It's amazing. Like, Trump attacks the FBI, and then you look, and these conservatives on Twitter are attacking the FBI and the CIA.
These are the law and order people.
Guys,
right. These are the guys that are saying, oh, well, you should back us. What about the police force? What about the things? And now you're saying the FBI is not to be trusted. We can't talk to the FBI.
Yeah.
I mean, no. You are pissed because this guy's digging, and you and your dumbass kids about to get you in trouble. You're going to make it a family affair. It's going down.
That's one of the things that has been on my mind this week is that there was news that Trump was trying to negotiate a deal with Mueller to end the investigation. Like, I'll come in and talk if you end the investigation by Friday, and if you look at what's been going on, it seems like the Republicans in Congress are doing the exact opposite. They keep doing more and more shady shit to cover this up.
Yeah,
that
acting like guilty people all the time. They are doing two things that I think are just the worst possible thing. One, they're acting like guilty people. I mean, in every response that they have, or that Trump is having, or his lawyer is having, is the response of a guilty party, people who have something to hide. And then the other thing they did that was just incalculably stupid is this Andy McCabe firing, because now they all hate him. Like, that is kicking the hornet's nest. I mean, it was bad just from like a law and order morality point of view. But when you start going back after one of their own and their pensions, and that firing was a shot across the bow. I mean, that was Trump saying, look, I can do whatever I fucking want, and I'm going to fire because I'm the firer. And that's going to be the thing that takes him down. That's going to be the thing.
He's not going to mess with Mueller, though. He is not, because he knows they already told him, you mess with Mueller, you go there, you're going to get everyone around him, because he's second in command, isn't he not? This guy McCabe, he's second in command.
Yeah, he was the deputy director.
So he took over for Comey.
Yeah, well, he was the acting director until they hired.
So you fired Comey. You fired Comey. Okay, and you said one minute you liked him, then you hated him, and now we give you McCabe. And you say, "Oh, we got to get rid of him too."
And I think Trump even said next to Comey, McCabe is a
choir boy.
A choir boy. Yeah. And it's like, that's not how you don't fire somebody for being a choir boy. Yeah. But
you fire him for ratting out the priest.
Yeah, it's.
Well, I mean, you.
But you're right. I think
Tillerson not say that he. What do you call him? A moron or
fucking moron?
Fucking moron.
I believe those were his words.
Ironically enough, with what Jim was saying, that was after the incident with Trump speaking at the Boy Scout Jamboree. So he's not going to call someone a Boy Scout in a positive sense anyway.
I think in the past, you if you're the president, you could rely on the FBI to. Have information that don't use against you. Mm-hmm. This was technically illegal, or this meeting, we know about something that...
We are on the same side.
Yeah. And even if they're not politically on the same... Like, in other words, they're very, I think, conservative in their behavior. And now it's like, this guy, this Trump, is so astounding in how he behaves that there's no reason to suppress any information.
And you come after one of these guys, and you're coming after all civil servants. That is a brotherhood, to use a misogynist
That was
term.
one of the things that I found hilarious with Trump's self-congratulatory tweet announcing the firing. He says, this is a great day for the FBI. And I'm thinking, like, from the perspective of any FBI agent, are they thinking... it's a great day because I could lose my pension if I piss off the wrong political asshole.
Yeah, right.
And you think about it, that was one of the other parallels that came to mind. It's an old cliche in any cop movie that the cop who's 2 days ahead of retiring is going to get shot.
Right.
And this is for a money guy like Trump, and not just money guy.